Hello and welcome to biology class, and in this video lecture we will discuss about the mechanism of urine formation or physiology of excretion in human being. In previous video lecture, as we have discussed about the excretory system along with the structure of nephron. Now we will discuss the working of nephron or the mechanism of urine formation. So working of nephron or mechanism of urine formation take place in three states. So the first state of this mechanism involves the ultrafiltration. Ultrafiltration. So ultrafiltration process involve or take place in glomerular in ultrafiltration take place in between glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. So ultrafiltration or the place of ultrafiltration is between glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. Then the second state of mechanism involve the reabsorption. And reabsorption process during the mechanism take place in tubular part. Tubular part of nephron. While third state involve the tubular secretion. And tubular secretion also take place in tubular region, and the secretion take place by the cells of tubule. Cells of tubules. So here let us discuss one by one about these three steps in detail. So ultrafiltration process taking place from when the blood passing from when blood enter into the glomerulus with the help of afferent arteriole. So in the glomerulus blood pass with the help with a pressure. Blood pressure is responsible for the flow of blood inside the glomerulus. So that due to that blood pressure, some part of the glomerulus, some part of blood, especially the plasma without the protein, get moved from the glomerulus into the Bowman's capsule, and for that moment, the membrane which is responsible is known as filtration membrane. So the first feature during the process is filtration membrane. Filtration membrane. And filtration membrane is made up of the three structure, that is the endothelium of the glomerular blood capillary. Glomerular blood capillary is made up of endothelium, the membrane, a kind of epithelium present in the glomerular capillary, which is known as endothelium. The second layer of the epithelium of Bowman's capsule. Along with the third layer of the basement membrane. Basement membrane of both, that is the endothelium as well as epithelium. Both are epithelial tissue, and as we have discussed, we have studied that the epithelium or the cells of epithelium arranged over a layer of basement membrane. So these three layers together form the filtration membrane through which the plasma from the blood get moved into the Bowman's capsule, and for that process the epithelium of Bowman's capsule made up of the cells which is known as podocyte, and in between the podocyte cell there is a slit which is known as slit pore. So through the slit pore the plasma except the protein get moved into the Bowman's capsule. So this slit pore allow the maximum amount of plasma from the blood leaving the protein inside the blood. So this is known as ultrafiltration. And after filtration, the filtrate in Bowman's capsule. The filtrate in Bowman's capsule is known as glomerular filtrate. Glomerular filtrate. So glomerular filtrate is formed inside the Bowman's capsule after filtration, and about 650 ml blood pass through the glomerulus per unit time. ml per minute pass through the glomerulus, and out of 650, about 125 ml of blood per minute, 125 ml per minute of blood, filtrate form after ultrafiltration or during ultrafiltration. 125 ml filtrate form from the 620 ml blood per minute. So this value is known as GFR, which is the glomerular filtration rate, and about 1100 to 200 ml of blood get filtered in 1 minute from the kidney, and that amount that is 1100 to 1200 ml, and that amount is the amount of blood that is filtered from the kidney per minute. Which is the 1/5 amount of total blood get pumped from each ventricle. So this is all about the ultrafiltration of blood inside the kidney, and inside the kidney the ultrafiltration takes place especially in glomerulus and Bowman's capsule, or we can say that combinedly it is known as glomerulus and Bowman's capsule, combinedly known as Malpighian body. So Malpighian body is the part of kidney or part of nephron which is responsible for the ultrafiltration process, and ultrafiltration process Uh, for the ultrafiltration process, the blood comes inside the Bowles capsule with the help of afferent arteriole, and after filtration, the blood go away from the Bowles capsule with the help of efferent arteriole. Now, the filtration rate, which is 125 kg per minute, indicate that the amount of filtrate formed per day is very high. It is about 180 liter filtrate formed in a day. In a single day or in one day, 180 liter of filtrate formed by the kidney during the ultrafiltration process. But out of these, we observe that only about 1.5 liter urine is passed out from our body. So next we need to proceed towards reabsorption process. So out of 180 liter of filtrate, we have excrete or we have removed only about 1.5 liter of urine. So rest of the part of rest, about 99% of total filtrate get absorbed get reabsorbed by blood, and the process is called reabsorption. It means only 1% of filtrate get converted into the urine, but 99% of total filtrate get reabsorbed into the blood, because the filtrate contains some essential as well as along with the non-essential part. Filtrate contains water, high amount of water, glucose, amino acid, sodium ion, potassium ion, and so on. The number of components found in filtrate. So out of these, along with the nitrogenous waste in the form of urea. So we need to remove only the nitrogenous waste along with the excess water from the body. But out of this, the water, some amount of water, glucose, amino acid, and ions are required by our body to maintain the body fluid. So that substance, that essential substance, need to be reabsorbed in our tubular part. So reabsorption process takes place in tubules. So tubules such as PCT, DCT, and Henry's tube. These together perform the process of reabsorption of different kind of substances from the filtrate in different parts. We will discuss in detail about the different part of the tubules different part of tubules of nephron in detail about PCT, DCT, Henry's tube, as well as the collecting duct. Collecting duct is also responsible for the process of reabsorption. Now the third, which is the tubular secretion. So the cells of the tubules also secrete some waste material along with the ions or electrolyte into the filtrate. after receiving from the blood vessel. So by the cells of tubules, nitrogenous waste as tubules, urea, nitrogenous waste in the form of urea along with water and some electrolyte. Also secrete in tubules and add to filtrate, and this process is called the tubular secretion, and tubular secretion especially help in osmoregulation. It help in osmoregulation, or we can say that to maintain pH of the filtrate, pH of filtrate. So to maintain the pH of filtrate, the tubular secretion is essential, and tubular secretion take place from the cells of the tubules of the nephron, and that substance or the substances that is secreted by the cells of tubule, that substances are taken by the capillaries around the tubules, and that capillaries are known as peritubular capillaries, as we have discussed in earlier section of video. There are three kinds of capillaries found along with the nephron, structure of nephron. The first is glomerulus inside the Wallen's capsule. The second is peritubular capillary around the PCT and DCT, and the third is the vasa recta along the loop of LA, along and parallel to loop of LA. So this is all about the mechanism of urine formation. So in next video lecture we will also discuss in detail about the function of PCT, DCT, LH loop and collecting duct, and then we will discuss about the counter current mechanism. So in this video we have completed our topic.